Hello from Los Angeles, everyone. This is Carol Foreman. Miss you all so much, my Vision fam. So looking forward again to the time when we'll get to meet again in person, embrace, share love, hugs, stories, laughs, just to catch up and just to be with each other. Looking forward to worshiping and celebrating with you all today in spirit and virtually. Mr. John Kirko, thank you so much for keeping us all connected virtually. I know it's a lot of work, this technology, and just so appreciate and admire you. Reverend Patti, thank you for the daily uplift. It's so much appreciated, so welcome, and always right on time. And now would like to introduce the wonderful Celebration Singers. Much love, everyone. Be safe and be well.
Light of the world, light of the world, I am called to be the light of the world. This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. This is the day that God has made.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to Vision Sunday Celebration. So glad you could join us this morning. It's a beautiful day. You ready to celebrate and to sing and to share some good words? Please join me in prayer. I give great thanks for this day, for everything in it, knowing that Spirit is behind the diversity, the love, the joy, the harmony. Knowing that all life is some part of the one life of God's, I just rejoice. I absolutely give thanks, knowing and accepting that each and every person I see, everyone I meet, wherever we go, we know we are seeing God, and we know God looking back at us. We know that there is one life. It is God's life. It is whole, perfect, and complete. Always and in all ways. We know it is Spirit expressing as each and every one of us. We know it is all good. I give great thanks for this morning, for everyone here sharing in this celebration, knowing it is a good life, it is a God life, and so it is. So good morning, everyone. So glad to see you. I'm so glad you're here. We are Vision, a Center for Spiritual Living, and we are here to transform lives through this practical spirituality. So I'm so happy that you decided to join in. I'm so happy that you're interested in transforming your life, and that we come together to do the work of Spirit and form always. So how have you been? I know this sheltering in place starts to get tedious sometimes, and maybe you get a little depressed or maybe just a little anxious, So this is why we come together, to just absolutely be together in spiritual community so that we can know of ourselves and each other, being in the exact right place, knowing that Spirit is flowing through us and as us in the world. So what have you been doing while you've had this time? Larry and I have been working in the backyard. We've got that vegetable garden up and going. The marigolds, they did work. They keep the bunnies out of the vegetables, so that's a good thing. But now we've got bugs that like to eat the marigolds, so I don't know what we're going to do about that one. We'll just figure it out as we go along. So what are you doing to just, make beautiful your environment while you're staying at home? What kind of projects are you doing? Are you cleaning out your garage or your closets? Are you simplifying life? There's always so many wonderful things we can do in the present moment just to keep us uplifted, just to keep us, engaged and in the present moment, because that's where all of our power lies. That's where Spirit is as us, right? Always in the present moment. So I welcome you here in this present moment, and I just know a wonderful day awaits us. So let's see, what else can I tell you? We have practitioners who are here to serve you in prayer. And I would assume that this is a great time to get extra prayer, right? So we have an online service. Go to the website, visioncsl.com. There is a practitioner page. You can call a practitioner. You can leave a prayer online. An actual prayer request form is online. You can fill it out. You can call the prayer line and leave a prayer request, and one of our ministers or practitioners will get back to you and pray with you over the phone, or leave a prayer on your answering machine so you can listen to it over and over. However you would like to be served in prayer, we are here to serve you. So don't forget, just like you were in this room and you'd be filling out that prayer request on that little piece of paper, do it online instead. Don't go without getting prayer support during these days, because it's a wonderful gift you can give to yourselves, and it also allows the practitioners to live the calling on their heart, which is to pray for us, to pray for this community, to pray for the world. So let them do that on our behalf, would you please? Yeah, put in that prayer request. What else can I tell you? Oh, I know. I want to tell you the welcome greeting. It's on our guest packets. You're not going to see a guest packet in front of you right now because you're home, probably in your jammies, right? Having your second cup of coffee. But we do have a welcome for everyone who, our Vision members, also for our Vision guests, anybody that has come in, right? Tuned us in this morning. We have a special welcome for you, and we're going to say it together. Are you ready? Are you with me? Okay, let's do this. Whoever you are and wherever you've been. Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. Whoever you are and wherever you are. See, we changed it. You are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. And just allow that to resonate with you wherever you are right now at this moment. Just know that you are safe. You are loved. We are Vision. We are one. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Now I'm going to turn it over to the celebration singers who are going to do our centering song to prepare us for meditation.
God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is my breath with every word that I say. God is my life this day. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am God's breath with every word that I say. I am God's life this day. I am breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is
My name is Cindy May, and I'm one of the licensed spiritual counselors here at Vision. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be moving into a 5-minute silent meditation after I read quotes here. I'd invite you to take these quotes into your heart as we allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of this silent meditation. At the end of the silence, I'll be leading us in a spiritual mind treatment. And just enjoy this time to commune with Spirit right now. First quote from Ernest Holmes: "The heart is the center of divine love and perfect circulation. Its action is harmonious, vital, adequate, and complete." And a Native American proverb: "Listen to the wind, it talks. Listen to the silence, it speaks. Listen to your heart, it knows." knowing that there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life being my life now, being the life of all creation. What I know is that this life is a power and a presence that lives and moves and has its being through us and as us. And so we can tune into that. We can declare a truth, knowing that God is love and peace and joy, prosperity, wisdom. All of these qualities of God are contained and held right within us. We are this very essence of the Divine One. We are united with the One. It is all that we are through all time. And so I speak my word now. I speak this word, a word of healing for each one of us, knowing that the divine is working through our lives right now, right here, that we have this good working in every situation. And so I know that our creativity continues to expand and express in the world, that heart's desire that we hold is easily being drawn to us right now, that we are expressing ourselves with love, with joy, that kindness is abundant in our life. Not only do we find ourselves surrounded by kind people, loving people, but we also express that love and kindness out into the world now, and that is the only thing that we attract. What I know is that anything unlike this truth of our being is easily dissolved now. It is drifting away, just as the clouds drift away overhead, and we choose to live our life. We choose to have a new thought about our life right now. It is indeed up to us. And so as I speak my word for each of us now, I know that we allow this infinite loving presence, this abundant, harmonious one, to lift us, to guide us. We follow our intuition, bringing forth a new and better experience and expression in our life. I know this is true. I know that all things are working for our highest good. And so as I give thanks for this, as I release it, I know that it is the power of the one life that makes it so, that manifests itself here and now. And so with gratitude, I let go, I release, I turn this word over to the law of mind in action through us, and I know it is done. And so I simply let it be. Amen. And taking a nice full breath, I invite you to return now from this time of communion with Spirit. And it is my pleasure to introduce our guest musician today, all the way from North Carolina. It's Amy Steinberg. Thank you.
Morning Vision. I'm Amy Steinberg, and I'm so happy to be here with you remotely. This is Lift Me Up. Rushes in and the loneliness begins. I can't live inside my skin. And when the final curtain calls and the echoes fill the halls, I don't want to be here at all. So lift me up out of this
Namaste.
So, welcome to the month of May, right? This is our first Sunday in May, so it's the first time we're talking about our new theme for the month of May, and the theme is Listen to Your Heart. Listen to your heart is the theme for the month of May, and I like that. And today's talk is, and the beat goes on. See what I did there, right? See, heartbeat, get it? Heartbeat. Okay, anyway. Let's talk about heartbeats then, shall we? You know, about an average of 60 beats per minute, right? That's what your heart beats. I mean, some people are a little higher. Some can be as high as 70 or 72, whatever. When you exercise, you know, it goes higher. But like, let's say the average heartbeat is about 60 beats per minute. Times that by 60 minutes, your heart beats 3,600 times an hour. 3,600 times an hour. Times 24 hours in a day, 86,400 beats per day. Times that by 365 days, you've got 31,536 beats per year. And so if your average lifespan, 78, 80 years old, let's just say 80, that means your heart beats over 2.5 billion times in your lifetime, right? It starts, you know, as soon as while you're in the womb, and it doesn't stop until you pass. If you live to be 100, it's over 3 billion beats in a lifetime. That's just a lot of work for one organ, isn't it? Oh my gosh. The beat certainly does go on, doesn't it? Your whole life, your whole entire life. And during that average lifespan, your heart will pump nearly 1.5 million barrels of blood. It's just crazy, right? And all of the blood in your body, which is about 1.3 gallons, right? 5.5 quarts. All of the blood in your body circulates through your heart in a minute. In a minute, all of your blood in your body will go through your heart. Now, the Egyptians thought the heart, rather than the brain, was the location of wisdom. All right? They had a little bit of a different take on it. It was also thought that the heart was the location of our soul. Some civilizations believed the heart was the source of our body heat, sort of like a little, you know, heater in there, which kind of makes sense, right? If you're an observer, that we would notice in death the heart stops beating and then the body begins to cool down, right? So it kind of makes sense that they would think that the heart was kind of like the body's heater. But today we know that the heart is a pump. That's what it is. That's what it does. It pumps oxygen-rich blood to all the organs, except for our corneas, all the organs of our body to keep our organs functioning. And yet, the imagery and the iconology of the heart goes on, right? Doesn't it? Bum, 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 bum. We have this little, you know, symbol of the heart, which absolutely looks nothing like our actual heart, right? Which looks sort of like a fist, you know, and it's about the size of your fist. But it absolutely does not look like this. But yet, this symbol endures. It just goes on, right? Our heart goes on. Oh, just like the song. But you know where that really came from is it's thought, although, you know, it's not exactly confirmed, but it is thought that it comes from the silphium plant, which was an ancient plant. It was a giant fennel. And the seed of the silphium plant is shaped like that. And silphium was used in the ancient world. It was very popular as a spice. They used it as a seasoning. It was thought to be an aphrodisiac. And it was also used for birth control. So you can see the association, right, with love. Okay. And you know, they sold so much of it in the ancient world that they actually minted coins with the little heart engraved on it, so that they knew that it was for the purchase and export of the silphium plant. Anyway, the heart is considered the seat of feelings, right? Romance, intuition, emotions. When we ask someone, what do you think, right? We go right here. What do you think? We go right to our heads. when we say, what do you feel? How do you feel? Oh, that's here, right? What are you feeling? We go right to our hearts, And there's a disconnect there. There is a duality there for us. I think left over from the Cartesian thought, right, of René Descartes, because he had that clockwork sort of interpretation of the human body, right? We are broken down into discrete parts, each one of them functioning independently. We know better now. But the imagery still goes on. This idea of the separateness, right, between the heart and the head. And we still think of ourselves as residing mainly in our heads now, right? This is a very mental pursuit. This is, in particular, our philosophy is the science of mind, right? It didn't say science of mind and heart, although it did say science of mind and spirit, which I loved, should have kept it. But the idea is that this is a mental pursuit. So a lot of what goes on in our heads. We still think of ourselves as residing mainly in our heads, so we are mostly craniological beings rather than cardiological beings, is the way we look at it. But the truth is, we are holistic beings, are we not? We are absolutely holistic beings. So when we ask, well, what do you think? Right? We go right to our heads, and we give you the logical answer. But the challenge, I should say, is when we ask, what do you feel? What do you feel? A lot of times we will respond to what do you feel with what we think. Or we will respond about what we think about what we feel, but maybe not exactly what we feel. And I think it's because we may feel safer with the rational, with the left brain, with the logical answers, rather than to get into the messy, emotions and feelings of life. A lot of times we kind of separate those out, and we do approach life with this duality. We separate ourselves up between, right, the left brain folks and the right brain folks. You know how we do that a lot? The mathematical logicals and then the emotionally drivens. We divide ourselves up into the thinkers and the feelers. We try to, when dealing with people, figure out what they are so that we can better relate to them, right? Are they emotionally driven? Are they logically driven? But we have an opportunity to integrate this thought, to balance the head and the heart, right? Because we are holistic beings. And Ernest Holmes said this in Religious Science, the book that was published in 1932. He said, a treatment, which is our affirmative prayer, a treatment is an active thing. When one gives a treatment, he's not sitting around hoping something may happen. He is definitely, constructively, actively stating, sensing, and knowing some specific good. So the idea that affirmative prayer is affecting all parts of our body, right? We are engaged in all levels when we do affirmative prayer, viscerally, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It is an entire event, right, when we do prayer. Ernest Holmes said that there is a technique and a fire that we bring to affirmative prayer to make it effective treatment. That technique, which we teach a 5-step prayer process, is a thing of thought. It is a thing of thought becoming word. A very logical thing. But he said the fire has to come into it. The fire is the visceral, the emotional aspect of prayer that we bring to it from our feelings that move the law into action. That is the word becoming flesh. That is the becoming of the word. And Ernest Holmes said this. He said, a treatment is a spiritual entity in the mental world and is equipped with power and volition, as much power and volition as there is faith in it, given to it by the mind of the one using it and operating through the law. It knows exactly how to work and what methods to use and just how to use it. But see, there is that word faith in there, right? There is that word faith. There's much power and volition as there is faith in it. And so that's what we have to bring to it. The thing we must rely on, having never seen, but know its effects in the physical world. It is a thing of warmth. It is a thing of feeling. It's power flowing from us, issuing forth from us, commanding the law into action, right? Through and around our, and it is guided and directed by our total and commanding belief in it. Ernest Holmes in Creative Mind and Success said the divine spark must be fanned into a blaze of the living fire of your own divinity. That's amazing. That is powerful stuff. That is the fire. That's the fire that we bring to our affirmative prayer. It is a thing of feeling in the heart. It is the heart of our spiritual mind treatment. It's the heart of our affirmative prayer. And you know, and I think that's why I like the use of the term affirmative prayer more even than spiritual mind treatment, because spiritual mind treatment gives all the credit, I think, to the mind, like as if it were a mental pursuit alone. And it's not, right? It's not. It gives little attention to the feeling, but it's the feeling that drives the prayer into manifestation. The feeling, it is the heart of the matter that brings the prayers into manifestation. I love the term affirmative prayer. It affirms life. It affirms love. It affirms the intelligence of the universe and the perfect power of positive prayer. It's alliteration. I love it. So we know the thoughts give way to the words. The words create word pictures in us that elicit feelings, right? Those feelings are the fire, the blaze, right, that Ernest Holmes said, the blaze of the living fire of our own divinity that creates. And Ernest Holmes said this in A New Design for Living. He said, the word we speak, the idea we declare, the thought we desire to become thing must spring spontaneously from the heart, be vitally known and experienced in every corner of our mind, and be vibrantly felt with every part of our being. We must live our prayer. I mean, can't you just feel that the emotion that he brought to this thing, you know? It has to be taken together, mind and heart and feet, right? We know the move your feet part. It all has to be aligned. It all has to be moving in the same direction. When integrated wholeness for the divine creative process flows, things flow into manifestation easily. A cold, calculating, precise, deductive reasoning may get us to where we know what is, but our desire, our love, our emotions, our warmth, that's really what points the way, right? And Ernest Holmes said that love points the way. Law makes the way possible. It is the love that really, really drives that divine creative process into manifestation. You know, Ernest Holmes was asked toward the end of his ministry if he had it to do all over again, would he have changed anything? And you know, what he said was, had he to do it all over again, he said he would have talked more about the love and less about the law. But he said he didn't talk much about love. He didn't talk more about love than he did because he thought people knew love. And so he emphasized the law much. He spoke at length about law. But he just assumed everybody had a handle on love and knew what it was. So he said, yeah, if you had to do over again, he might have talked more about love. And I want to tell you what he said here in Richer Living. He said, it is this close and immediate feeling of the divine presence, actively stated, that gives power to our words. The words of themselves would have no power without this deep feeling back of them. It's because we do believe in a power greater than we are that we have this power. This inner conviction, this sense of certainty, which all spiritual teachers have told us is necessary to effective prayer. Effective prayer is an acknowledgement of this presence as close to us and this power as acting on our acceptance. So creative, powerful, and successful use of our philosophical teaching depends on our understanding and our integration of the head and the heart. Right? It is what creates everything. We have to know that we know. We have to believe what we believe. We have to feel what we feel. And we must have total faith in the power and the presence that can and does change conditions around us. We must keep praying. We must keep practicing. We must keep meditating. We must keep on keeping on in faith, knowing that this prayer practice of ours changes conditions around us. We just have to keep doing what we're doing. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Thank you very much.
Hello again, Vision. It's me, Amy Steinberg, again. And thank you, Rev Patti, for your wisdom. And this song here is about how we are all a magical piece of art. It's a brand new song. My life is a canvas. This world is unknown. Let me be a masterpiece of the goddess on her throne. Of the goddess on her throne. Hey, your life is a treasure. And this world is a dream. You are the gold. Don't you know you're as precious as you can be? You're as precious as you can be. So stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small, it does nothing at all. Stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small, it does nothing at all. 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 Yeah. Your life is a canvas, and this world is unknown. Let yourself be a masterpiece of the goddess on her throne. 'Cause that's what you are. You are the goddess up on her throne. Come on, stand tall, yeah. Tall as you can. 'Cause playing small, it does nothing at all. Hey, stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small, it does nothing at all. One more time, come on, break it down. Stand tall, come on. Tall as you can. Hey, playing small, it does nothing at all. Yeah, yeah, stand tall, tall as you can. 'Cause playing small does nothing at all. That's right. Shine your light. Namaste.
Wasn't Amy Steinberg great? Oh my gosh. We loved having her here today, and I hope she comes back to visit with us again sometime soon. Now is the time for our conscious circulation. This is your opportunity to give back to Vision or wherever that spiritual nourishment is that you get. That is the appropriate place to put your tithes or contributions or donations. And we absolutely, we are so grateful for your support, particularly at this time when we just, we can use it way more than any other time, really, because we're not getting together. It can be very challenging. So thank you for the support you've given up till now. We appreciate it so much. From the bottom of our heart, we thank you. The Core Council thanks you. Just continue to give as if you were still here in the sanctuary. This is the only way that we are going to continue to broadcast, to keep the lights on, to keep doing our ministry here and outside, you know, in the world, in the neighborhood, in our state. So we appreciate everything that you are doing to keep us up and running and thriving and prosperous. So if you are giving today, if you're going to that donation button, we are so appreciative. Thank you so much. If you are mailing a check in, or if you would like to put a gift in your hand, or just to symbolically put your hand over your heart and know that you are giving in a regular and consistent way through online tithing or online mailing, checks, whatever, just to know that and put your hands over your heart, this thing of feeling and going within what we know is that Spirit is all there is. We know abundance is a quality of God. We know it flows through us into action in the world. We know that money is just another form of energy, just like blood circulating through our body. It is good as it circulates. And so we know and accept that our good flows from us in limitless quantities. We know our good flows to us in limitless quantities. We know we stand in the river of God's abundance, open-hearted and open-handed, and we accept gratefully and we give graciously, and we remain in the river always, giving great thanks for the abundance of God as us. I let it be, and so it is. Well, thank you for that, Celebration Singers. Aren't they great? We love our Celebration Singers here at Vision. So now is time for the Miracle Minute. This is your opportunity to share your demonstration of answered prayer. And it's kind of hard to do because you're not here, but I would love for you to put in the dialogue box, what was answered prayer for you this past week, and share it with everybody else online, because we love to hear each other's answered prayers and demonstrations, because it keeps us motivated, keeps us in our spiritual practice daily when we know manifestations are happening all around us. So Please do that. And what I would like you to do is please send us some demonstrations of your answered prayer that I can speak to next Sunday. You can email them to me, Rev Patti at visioncsl.com, or you can send them into info@visioncsl.com. I would love to be able to share your demonstrations of answered prayer right here in this segment. So do that, would you? Okay, down in the dialog box and email them to me. And now I think it is time, you know what time it is, right? It's time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
Hello. Oh, last week Jordan told me I was a little too loud when I first started, so hello. Hi, everybody. I miss you. I'm missing your hugs. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you soon. So let's talk a little bit about the uplift. So last week we had John Pavlovich, unbelievable guest, and Joe Rathburn. So had a couple of fantastic speakers come in. Actually, Joe sang for us. But, we're still continuing to grow the Uplift program at 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Check us out on Uplift. We do that every single day. Reverend Patty's been leading that. Love what she's doing. It's just a little midday kind of picker-upper. So check it out and see what we got going. Reverend Patti keeps talking about the online donations. You can do online donation by just going to our website, visioncsl.org. Check that out. You can do recurring tithes if that makes it a little bit easier for you, or if you want to just give a one-time tithe. We appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to support Vision. We love you. We've got some fantastic things coming down the road, too, on that, and we'll talk to you more about that. Next week, Reverend Patti Paris will be back, and it's Mother's Day. And her talk title is, Listen to Your Mom. Listen to your mom, gosh darn it. So anyway, we're going to be back, and we don't know who our music is yet. I'm just going to keep you surprised. So I won't tell you because I don't know who the heck it is yet, but we'll have it soon. Reverend Patti talked a little bit about the Miracle Minute. So yes, send in the Miracle Minute quotes or stuff so Reverend Patti can share them. But I just wanted to say real quick, I want us all to just take a minute right this second, and we are sending love in support to Mr. James Vandenberg, who has a thing going on this week. And I want us to just take a minute, send love. I want to see those hearts on the Facebook page right now, loving James Vandenberg. We love you, James. We know all is well. We can't wait to hug you, kiss you, and spend time with you again. Kiss you. Oh, my goodness. I wanted to thank Amy Steinberg today, too, for her music. What an amazing musician. We've never had Amy before. Thank you for being with us today, Amy. We will have you back. So this is the beginning of the month of May. Now, normally we have birthdays. So what I'm asking for all of you, Reverend Patti doesn't know this yet, but she's going to be singing Happy Birthday with us. And so we've seen some bad renditions online. But anyway, so if your birthday is today, I want you to stand up. I'm going to say your names right now. And I'm looking at Jill West, Ann Utterbeck, Andy Anderson, Dorothy Darling, Patricia Porter, Christine Wickham, Bob Wilson, Reverend Patti Paris, Donna Thomas, Wade Galloway, Ron Young, Marcus Gilliland. Stand up. We're singing Happy Birthday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear May birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Love you guys. See you soon.
Can't believe he made me do that. My mother said I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So thank you for that, Johnny Kirko. What we're going to do now is we're going to do our affirmations. I want you to stand up at home. Stand up because we're going to ground ourselves in the power and the presence, in the present tense, in the purposefulness of these affirmations. We're going to know them as the truth for ourselves, and we're going to say them together right here, right now in power. You ready? You with me? Let's do this. I create my life exactly as I want it. My determination produces great rewards. I simply go on. I love that. I think it's wonderful. Let's say number one again, okay? I create my life exactly as I want it. And that is exactly true. With that power, with that presence flowing through us and as us directing that divine creative process, we absolutely do create our life experience. So let's pray out. I give great thanks for this day, for everything in it, for the celebration that it is, for the affirmation of life, knowing that life is good, life is God. We know it is expressing perfectly, it is expressing powerfully, peacefully, lovingly, joyously through each and every one of its creations, and we know we are that. And we know all life around us is an expression of the diversity of the divine life of spirit, just loving itself into form, whatever that form is. I give great thanks for this day. I know it is all God. It is all good. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. See you tomorrow on the Uplift. Bye-bye.